to let you know that the button on the little yellow Post-it note, somebody said Booton, Boughton has been pushed. And I see a little red thing coming across, but there's music that I'm supposed to touch. So let me, oh, there's so many buttons.
Are you okay, Bruce?
Bruce is not having a good time today already.
It's technology that I'm having
Bruce, do you
trouble
want
with.
me to fly over there and help? I've been
Okay,
in that
I'm
room. I
gonna-
know where the buttons are.
Bruce,
What?
this is what we don't pay you for.
And now the music. Can you hear the music?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's good.
The year was 2020 while in quarantine.
Oh no, I pushed a button. Sorry.
Kick it with the boot.
Everyone's too crazy like you've never seen. No one thought about the animals in the zoo or the ones at home. Stuck with me and you until the doctor thought they need group therapy. Let's start a conversation, see where it will lead. Well, Giraffe's afraid of heights. The dragon wants her rights. Kitty wants to be alone. The elephant wants to roam. Donkey was traumatized and the rhino needs to socialize. We get them all together for group therapy. The bird and monkey say that we are all crazy. The session's starting soon. The zonkey showed them how to zoom. It's the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room.
That's me, folks.
Well, isn't that nice?
Why the elephant in the room?
Dr. McFoxy, I think it's
Yes.
you're supposed to start. That's what my Post-it note tells me. So
Yes,
thank you for
yes,
being here.
thank you.
But we do only have 20 minutes. So ready,
Oh,
set,
okay.
go.
Yes, well, thank you very much. I think that's very important information for us. Well, welcome here, everyone. I'm so glad to see all of you here. I'm mostly looking forward to this group today. We are talking about ethics. And I thought we could start by me giving you the dictionary description, the dictionary definition of ethics. Ethics, according to the dictionary, is moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. What do you all think about that?
Yes.
This does not apply to us because we are not persons, so we can do our own thing, is what you think.
That's true.
Right?
Well, I've been doing a lot of ethics lately. Lot of ethics.
This is sounding like the ethics is something you're eating. Are you doing a lot of ethics?
Well, it involves eating.
Or exercise.
It involves eating. Like today, I'm very exhausted because of ethics. Because the female elephant thinks she deserves more food because she's pregnant with a baby that's supposed to be mine, but I was not involved. Just want to make that clear.
Well,
I don't know how they're doing this where you live, but where I live, the guy is always involved.
I wasn't. It was
Okay.
science. Evil.
All right, but I don't know.
She wanted more food, and ethically, I was hungry, so ethically, I had the right to take her food.
No, who says this is right? Wally?
You've been listening to Wally again.
Hallie just said it's based on what we do, and I wanted to eat the food.
Who
said that?
Ethically, it was a superior decision.
Dr. McFoxy said
whether
what?
You're getting your information. Yes, Bruce, you wanted to say something?
I just want to know what a mole is, because you said in your definition there was a something. Can you read your definition again?
Moral principles.
Moral? Oh, what's that?
It's a mushroom.
No, moral, not a moral mushroom.
Moral is Dr. Wally Codswallop. He says I can just call him Moral Wally.
No, he's
Oh,
stupid
my.
Wally
I
is
don't
what
think
he
that's
is.
what
He's
it
not a
was.
good guy.
It's because he's been in the dark too long and now he's fungus.
It's things that say maybe this is right and maybe this is wrong and maybe I should not do this and maybe
Exactly.
I should not do that.
Exactly.
Reginald, perhaps you were a part of that discussion about what to talk about this week. Perhaps you could weigh in on your thoughts about ethics.
Well, I must say I have been in agreement, Dr. McFoxy, with fairly much everything you have put forth thus far.
And Dr. Wally?
Most particularly the dictionary definition, because it is rather cut and dried, you know. They say that there are no absolutes, but I, for one, firmly believe that in the areas of morals and ethics, one must have absolutes. Otherwise, there's no point. There really is no point, because having vague morals and ethics is like having someone draw you a map of a location to which they've never been. You see.
Exactly. I agree. Absolute liberty and right. Because that's what I have. I have absolute right.
No, Ernie, no, I'm sorry, but that's not the same thing, you know.
Yes,
It's
it is.
not. It is not the same thing. Having a moral compass, as they say, to lead and guide you along the way
I have a
is
moral
necessary.
compass. Dr. Wally is my moral compass. Moral
No,
compass.
Dr. Wally is terrible.
He's
He is
not.
only think of himself, Ernie, and he's telling you these things
No,
because he wants you to do what he wants you to do.
you
Well,
don't.
I think it's interesting because Dr. Wally, does have a moral compass, but his moral compass seems to be very different from, say, Reginald's.
Well, it's
Oh,
because
yes.
of his right to be
It's-
absolutely right.
His moral compass is upside down.
Is
Well, yes,
broken.
if I may,
Did
if
you
I
get it on
may,
Amazon?
in the area of a compass, the fact that makes a compass viable is the fact that it always points to the north, and thus giving you a point of beginning, a point of origin, as they say. But I'm afraid for Wally Codswallop, his compass sort of points east northeast by southwest.
No, he
It's not really specific. No.
mostly likes south. He likes to head south.
Well, yes, because he's a bird. Okay, this makes sense. Where it's warm, he does not go to
So-
Alaska.
The moral compass is southerly.
He's crazy. That's the truth. We all
He is
know it.
not.
You need to know it too. Yes, he is, Ernie, and you
Okay.
know this.
Well, I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
let
we
him
don't
come
want to
in.
talk to him.
I'm gonna let him come in
No,
because
We
he
don't want to
needs
talk to
Oh,
him.
yeah,
Wally
must you?
should be a part
Must
of this
you?
conversation. I
Yes,
think.
he wants to.
Oh, dear.
He was one of
Oh
the,
no, here comes Wally.
Now you did it,
as
Simone.
much as none of us
I
do.
didn't do it.
Thanks, Simone.
Wally, you need to stop telling Ernie the wrong things.
I don't tell him the wrong things. I tell him the proper things.
You
The
tell him
absolute.
to.
I heard what Reginald said. He said absolute authority, and that is what I have taken upon myself.
Those words never passed my lips. I'm terribly
heard-
sorry.
I heard absolute right. I heard you
You
say
heard
that.
Ernie say that, and Ernie got that from you.
No, he
Oh.
just said there must be an absolute right and
No.
wrong. I have absolute right.
No, we
Spark-
disagree.
Sparky,
You are wrong. So if everybody here says no and you say yes, then what?
But what if you have a lot of people that agree with you and are willing to fight for your absolute right?
Then lead those people into the ocean. We don't care. But
No,
you
the-
need to leave us alone.
They are my class.
Fine,
they
go.
love me.
Bye.
you
I-
follow people? I thought you were.
No,
you
they
were a
follow
flock.
me. They follow me. I am sort of a
He
leader.
says he's
sort-
squawking in the courtyard and this class is forming
No.
to follow what he's saying.
I
It's
don't
not
squawk.
good.
I don't
Anyway,
squawk.
Sparky, you look like you wanted to say something.
I want to hear what Sparky says.
Oh, I'm ready to come eat Mr. Wally.
No,
Oh, he would be
will
very
not.
delicious, wouldn't he?
I will join
Well, I
you.
don't know. I don't think I would enjoy it. I would have to spit out the feathers, but I am not happy with you, Mr. Wally. You lied to me.
I didn't lie.
You did. You
I-
promised me that you would stop telling people lies in the courtyard at the school, and you're still doing it.
I didn't lie.
And you are
You did
lying
lie.
to Ernie.
And you're doing it now, too. I don't like lies.
She can shoot flames out of her nostrils, you know.
She's a dragon. You don't want her on your bedside.
How?
Or any side, actually.
How is it a lie to spout the absolute truth? How is that a lie?
Just because you think it's true does not mean it's true.
What do you mean,
Ethics has to
Sparky?
do with absolute right and absolute wrong. I
Yes,
choose
you're
to be
absolutely wrong.
Right.
No, ethics doesn't have to do with absolute right and absolute wrong. It has to do with a set of principles that
Yes.
a creature conducts themselves with.
Yes, of course. And I know I have a code of conduct that I abide by, and people
Yes.
love it. They tell me they do. They shout for me. They
Fine.
want
You
to follow
and
me.
these people can go live on a desert island in the middle of the ocean and not bother any of us anymore. Bye-bye.
Oh no, they're taking
Bye,
over
Birdie.
Oakland
We
and San
don't want you
Francisco.
here.
Well, I used to teach at Chico State. I think my next
You
destination
did
is
not.
going.
That's where you went to go listen and get school.
All
And
right,
listen.
I was in a cage there. I was in a cage as a flightless bird there. But
I
now
got news
that
for you,
I'm-
Wally. Nobody is impressed by Chico State.
Don't you realize that is the #1 university in the
It
United
is
States?
not.
For
I
what?
live with educated people
Yes.
here, and they're like, state schools are stupid. That's what they
It
say.
has ranked the highest
Hey,
in the state of
Hey,
California.
hey, you know,
And-
hey, I gotta tell you,
Yes,
I gotta
Tony.
tell you, let me tell you, around here on the farm, here where I am here on the farm, they say that, if it doesn't have an A and an M in the name, then it's not a university, it's just, so there, that's, there you go. There you go.
I heard
So
number
good to see
one.
you, Donnie. How are you feeling?
Hi,
Oh,
Donnie.
me? Oh, I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm doing okay. I'm okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
yes,
too bad.
because
not
last
too bad.
week we
Yeah,
were
I'm
planning
okay.
your funeral last week.
Yeah,
Are
well,
you, did you
Still have-
decide not to have this?
Are you
Don't-
dead
don't-
yet?
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Yeah, that was
Well, we're
yeah.
So
That
glad
took,
to step that you're
Do you
that
have
took
a
a
will?
while. That took a while. Yeah.
Did they take your apples
keeping
away?
a will? A living will?
Dr. McFoxy looks like she's ready to, gnaw on the carcass of you when you're going past. I know. Look
Hey
at her
now,
eyes are
hey.
big, like, oh goodness.
Oh, no.
Fresh donkey meat
promise-
in the pasture.
I would never eat you if you had a sibling that you don't care about much. I like that, but
Well,
I
Well,
promise-
Doc, first of all, Doc, I got a couple of things here, a couple of things I want to say. A, thank you, and two, there is a junior member of the team over here, newly added into the barnyard here. A young donkey who they just brought in a week or so ago. Who
To take your job. We know.
if he kind of disappeared, I don't think I'd mind. I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't
would he
mind. So
be-
there you go. There you
would
go.
he-
Yeah, I
would
said
he-
it.
Would he be
Are
more-
you asking us to come help you make him disappear?
Would
Oh,
he be
no,
more
no.
more tasty than you? He wouldn't be as tough. The meat wouldn't be as.
it'd be very-
Oh, yes, younger meat. Oh, it's much better.
I'm not sure how ethical that would be.
Well, there you go. There you go. Way to go, Doc. Way to go. That's why you're the Doc. Bring it back to the topic. I like that. Doc. That's good. I like that.
Donnie.
Ethics. And you're right. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be ethical. It really wouldn't be.
Donnie,
I'll just let him, show everybody what a lousy worker he is, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah.
Donnie,
Hopefully, if you're not dead yet, hopefully you
Hey,
can
hey,
show
hey.
him.
Whoa. Hey,
What?
enough.
Last week
got
we
that.
are saying you had one hoof in the grave. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. You pulled this hoof back? You got to tell me what's going on. I don't know.
Donnie, I have a solution. All right, because I have grown rather fond of you, as I am of all creatures, because I have
Oh,
great love.
Lord, help us.
I have great
Like-
love.
Hey,
for
let's
all
listen.
creatures.
Let's listen.
And of course, I believe you need to have a will And also make sure you have a D in E. Do not eat in your living will.
Oh, I don't think
And
that's.
that's your solution. That's your
Well, it
solution.
is. It's an ethical solution for you to
That's
have a
your
will.
solution. And I wish you were in the solution as well. That would be a
And
good thing. Yeah.
Since
But
I
Donnie, like-
suggested the will, I believe I should be left maybe the farm, maybe.
He does not own the farm, Dr. Wally, you crazy cockatoo.
I thought he did.
No, he owns nothing. We own nothing. We are creatures. I own a little bag of catnip. That's all I got to myself.
You see, there you're wrong, because that is not an ethical choice. Ethically, you own everything. You have a right to anything you want.
But
That is why I like ethics.
Mike,
And how has that worked for you? Huh? How has that worked
It
for
works
you?
wonderful.
Show me.
I
How has that
take-
worked for you?
It works wonderfully. I take what I need and what I want, and it's ethical.
my
Well-
key that gets me into this room has my name on it. Does that mean is it my room or is it my
and then
key?
when Wally stole it from you,
What?
I didn't
remember when
steal.
Wally took
Oh,
your
yeah.
keys?
Oh, yeah.
No,
I
I
did
didn't know where.
not-
I thought I lost it. Wally
No,
stole
Wally
it.
take it from
I
you.
did not steal. Stealing is not something I do ethically.
No, you
I
did it.
take.
You do it unethically.
I
huh?
need.
Unethically. That's
That's
how
not
you do it,
stealing.
right?
I
Right? Am
thought I
right?
just
Am I right?
lost my keys.
Ethically,
No, Wally is take it. You know, Sparky took your computer. Sparky's
No.
looking guilty. But she brought it back to you. That's why it smells
Get
like
it
smoke.
back.
No.
ethically, you can take what you need and leave
He had
what
very
you
bad
don't.
advice from Wally, and then she
I-
felt bad, and then she brought it back to you to say
I
she's
feel
sorry.
Hey,
bad.
hey, hey,
Wally's not
cockatoo.
sorry.
Hey, cockatoo. You know what I need? You know what I need right now?
do you
I need some white cockatoo feathers. So I'm going to come take all yours. How's that? How's that? How's that? What do you think? Huh?
Awesome.
Huh?
I can
Would
help you with
that-
that.
Would that be ethical?
You say it is. You say it
Then
is.
he
By
needs them.
definition.
But what need does a donkey have for white feathers? What
He's
need?
going
Maybe
to
he
put them in
wants
his
to fly.
mane.
Oh, it would make a beautiful mane, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Well, I can find other cockatoos for you to use for that because
I don't want them. I want yours. I want
you want
yours.
mine.
Yours are the ones. Yours are the ones. That's it. Yeah, there you go. So, okay.
Sparky, why did you take my laptop and why did you bring it back?
Here we go again.
It was ethical.
Well,
was
it may
asking.
be for her.
My mom took my computer, so she didn't want me to go to school anymore, but I still wanted to go to school and I still wanted to come to group. So I came and I borrowed your computer, but mom said I had to take it back. So I
Oh,
took
you
it back.
borrowed it. Oh, well, they were saying you stole it. And see
No,
that
that's what I did. I borrowed. Well, I took what was needed, and that isn't unethical.
Okay, so borrowing something, you ask the guy, hey, can I borrow this? And he says yes, and then you borrow it, and then you bring it back. Taking is, don't ask the guy, you
No.
take it, and maybe you bring it back, but maybe you don't.
That is not ethical. Neither a borrower nor a lender be.
Oh, you just said you did this whole thing. You're crazy. You know what happened at my house? This guy is the biggest guy here. He drops his keys. He does not notice. So I'm like, you know what? He does not like cats. So I'm gonna hide these keys. He tore this place upside down looking for these keys. It was hilarious.
Yes.
But he
And
never
it was also a
asked
good, it
where's
was good
the
ethical
keys.
on your part.
No, because he only is a dog's person. So eventually he had to get all the keys. It was so funny.
I do prefer
Perhaps
dogs. I
Reginald,
prefer them.
perhaps you could weigh in here.
Oh, if I may, dear doctor, yes. I must say, speaking to something that, pardon me for having to use the phrase, Dr. Codswallop has
Oh,
said.
yes, thank you. Thank you
yeah.
for addressing me properly.
I just call him Ernie.
Well,
He's not Ernie.
I'm not.
Reg-
Ernie's over there.
Sorry.
Lovely person, but he never has risen to my level. Of
He's
course.
not a person. He's an
I thought he
elephant.
was an elephant.
Get it right.
Yes, and of course he is.
Reginald was talking.
He's becoming wiser. I'm helping that.
well, I would beg to differ with that assessment, Mr. Codswallop, Mr. Wally.
Wally, that's what I meant.
WC, if I may, even referring to you in the more vernacular. If I
water closet.
you are
I
not
know what
you
a
are not
WC
doing
is.
you are not really doing Ernie much of a favor, because you are teaching him incorrectly, which quite honestly sums up most of what comes out of your beak, if I may say.
It helps him. If I had not taught him ethics, he would not have had more food today than the female. You see, I
But
helped him.
You're gonna get him in trouble, and then they might send him away from the zoo, and then we wouldn't see him anymore.
Well,
That would
fine.
be
We can
sad.
go off
I
and
like Ernie.
he can be with my followers.
Oh, he does not want to be with your followers.
He does.
Why would he want to be there?
Well, because when people cheer for you, it feels ethically good.
And
For you,
also,
they're not cheering for
Wally,
Ernie.
if I may, Wally, if Ernie were to be locked up again or removed from the zoo or put in solitary confinement or any of those other situations, might I point out that your access to this group would be broken? Your situation in the zoo with Ernie would suffer tremendously, I'm sure.
I mean, I'm not really a patient here in the zoo. I sort of come and go.
And if Sparky hadn't returned my laptop, we couldn't have this meeting either.
Exactly.
I can find laptops. I could put it out right now. Dr. Wally Codswallop needs a laptop, and people would ethically find them for me.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Getting anywhere
Go
with
ahead.
this guy.
If I may, Wally, I challenge you. Go ahead.
Oh, really? You want all my
Yes.
followers? I've got
Yes.
quite a few now. Quite a few. They gather every day at the college in the courtyard, and it's gotten very big because they really like what I have to say.
That's
I've
fine.
seen a YouTube video. of
Wally,
you on-
here's what
on
will
a
happen.
somewhere.
When your peoples go and take these computers, there's going to get arrested and put in jail, and then you have no followers at all.
No.
Well,
because they
Simone, I
won't-
don't think that's going to be an issue because, quite frankly, I sincerely doubt anyone is going to follow what he says.
Oh.
No one will be arrested for ethical activities.
I think I saw that video, that YouTube video. I know they were throwing things at you.
They were giving me food.
Rather forcefully, I must say.
And they were cheering. They were
When
cheering
people
for
give
me.
me food, they don't throw it like that.
What they do when they cheer, they throw things at me like seeds and fruit.
I was impressed you could move so quickly with those prosthetic wings. That was
Sandwiches?
amazing.
Oh, I love the sandwiches. Ramen. College students, they have thrown ramen at me, and
How
I
about the
love
rotten
it.
tomatoes
They-
they throw at
They
you?
threw apples. I wanted to come join you because they were throwing you apples.
Now, is
As
that not-
entertaining
is
as
that not-
entertaining as all of this discussion is, I must bring us back to the challenge. Wally Codswallop.
Yes,
That's a
I'm a
challenge.
challenge, right? I am a
We
savior
only
for some.
have a minute or two left, so 1 minute left. So Reginald, why don't you wrap this up?
Oh, well, thank you.
With
Thank you
your
very
help.
much, Doctor. Yes, well, to my understanding, we all seem to be somewhat mostly in agreement that ethics and morals, two things quite necessary for everyday existence.
Oh, yes, cool.
Howsoever, subverting someone's morals and ethics does appear to be grounds for some sort of retribution on the part of the balance of society, you know.
I
What
didn't
do you mean?
understand
What?
that.
Huh?
It all evens itself out in the end.
I'm sorry, Reginald, you're a doctor. Speak clearly.
Well, first of all, I'm not a doctor.
Yes, you are.
Second of all, what I said was, if Wally Codswallop continues to subvert Ernie's ethics and morality, he needs to be locked up.
Oh, lock him up. Lock him
How am
up.
I subverting him when
Like him
I'm
locked up.
Well, and
I'm
on
setting
that
him
note, I
free.
think that we're out of time.
teaching him
But
liberty?
now, what would we like to talk about next time?
Did
Liberty.
we figure out what ethics means even?
Freedom. Freedom. That's what I teach. I teach
But if we
ethics
talk
and
about how
freedom.
to get my grandma to quit bugging me and Maybe she could bug my brother
Oh,
for a while.
I could help with that. I have ethical solutions for you.
Oh,
when
My
you go
grandma
to
well,
bed.
would
I think
eat you.
if
yes.
if
Oh, then
Wally's
Wally,
going to
you should
chime
go
in,
definitely and help her. Oopsie, if grandma eats
Well, I
you,
could.
part of
I
the
could, because
process. Don't
ethics-
worry.
if Wally's going to chime in on that topic, I think we all do need to discuss it next week for
Yes.
Sparky's sake. Give her some good advice
All right.
to follow.
Sparky,
So yes,
simple
I agree.
question. Simple
Dr.
I
question.
agree
Sparky.
with
Foxy,
Sparky.
we
Does
are
your
we are
grandmother
out
annoy
of
you?
we are out of time, I'm afraid.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
And I think the opportunity to listen to one another is becoming a challenge. I think
I'm listening. I'm listening.
the
I'm listening
the
very well.
the value of our time in listening might be understanding deeper about ethics and morals. So maybe the word we should be pondering would be value.
I've got those. I've got those too.
That is value as opposed to values.
No, I've got
Yes.
value.
That's a very good distinction.
And
Yes.
I am valuable.
I just want to make sure that Bruce, that is what we are discussing.
And perhaps we could talk about the difference between the two.
Oh, jolly good.
Yes.
Thank you all for participating in this week's session of EITR. Elephant in the Room, session 37. We look forward to understanding more values or value next week.
Like the value of ethical murder.